Good morning. So I'm just embracing the perfect imperfection today. Guidance that I received this morning, and I'm sharing this with you directly here, which I absolutely hated because just my ego was roar. And this is something that I shared in my Instagram story just as it was coming through. This idea of can you let go that which you have invested into? So, an example, I remember a time I was looking for this perfect wall piece that I'm now looking at, and it's there and it's here and it's beautiful. But for my office, I was looking for this perfect piece, and I saw something that I liked in a store. It was over an hour away, one way, so it's like over 2 hours driving for that piece. And I get to the store, and I think that it's gonna be the one, and it's like, nope, this isn't it. I didn't like the quality. I didn't like the design. I was just like, this didn't feel right. And I drove back and I was like, you know what? It's an adventure though. And I liked it. And I also got to listen to my audiobooks, which I absolutely love doing as I'm driving. Um, so overall, I was like, that's okay. That's just not the one. And yes, it was frustrating that I thought that I found it and it wasn't it, but it's okay because I wasn't willing to settle. I wanted to go for that thing that I know feels right. And now don't get me wrong, there's also the shadow aspect when we go into, oh, this isn't the one, this isn't the one. It's like, well, what is the one? It's like, I don't know, but I'll know it when I see it. It's like, do you at least know what it feels like? Like, do you have a sense of what you know? Because what you want, rather, because we go into this place of um, nothing is it, and you don't actually know where you're going. Like, do you actually know what you want? So for me, it was quite, particular. What is it that I wanted and how the shape would be. And it was like the right piece, but it was the wrong quality. So, what I'm coming with here today, the guidance I received, are you willing to let go of that which you have invested in? So, I freaking drove for a long time, okay? And if it wasn't right, it wasn't right. Now, right now, I have a different situation. I was planning something that came to me out of my meditation. It was after Vipassana. So, after 10 days of just intense meditation for 10 days straight, I did that in December. And I came out of it, I'm like, oh my God, yes, this is it. I'm doing this. And right now, all of the things for this are falling apart. And it doesn't feel right. Honestly, like a few days ago, like I really manifested this falling apart because I was just, it's not, it doesn't feel right. I'm not sure if I want to do this and go through with this. And then it's like, okay, the crumbling up started. And it was such a gift, but there was still this frustration of no, but it felt so right. And it wasn't from the mind. Like, I know this wasn't from the mind. I know this came from this heart inspired action. Like, yes, this is what my heart wants. This is what I'm called to do. And um, when we go into that intuition and we think that okay, this is the path, right? It's like I'm getting this path, I'm being led to this, and this is my happily ever after. Can you be open to the possibility that that path is just to guide you to another path, to guide you to another path and another path, and that is what gets you to what you want? And this is so annoying. And I know, for example, for myself, another example of this, I was in this beautiful dynamic in which I was just so authentic and opened up so much more. I have never experienced that kind of openness and surrender that I have and that kind of trust in that dynamic. This dynamic did not last. However, my guidance, and it was, when I was falling apart, I was saying to my guidance, what the hell? You, like, it felt so certain. And I got this guidance of, well, if you knew that I wouldn't last, would you have trusted fully? It's like, of course not. I wouldn't have invested so much if I knew that it wasn't going to last. It's like, right. But then you wouldn't get to where you are now and you wouldn't be ready for that next step. So you needed to experience the fullness of that with this particular person, even though they weren't meant to stay in your life. So, can you be open to letting go? To trusting your inner knowing moment to moment. And when it says grab on, okay. And when it says now let go, it's like, wait, what, why? You just told me to grab on. It's like, let go, now let go. And I got this guidance this morning that I shared with a dear friend that was basically, oh, you know what? I actually don't even remember what the exact words were. And I'm going to check because I wrote it to this person. that is true freedom when nothing confines you, that is the feminine flow. And now Anna's ego goes and like, no, that's not true freedom. That's true anxiety because you have nothing to hold on to. And you're just in this place, I don't like this, right? The ego wants to grasp, it wants to stay in that comfort zone. Can that feminine flow of just, you're safe because you are all of life, can that be enough? And not to negate the masculine structure and purpose and presence. The masculine is the presence, is that, can you trust life? That life's got you. That life is this, the tree trunk and the branches, that no matter how the branches sway, they do whatever they want to do, right? The feminine. The trunk is there, steady, rooted, grounded. It's not going anywhere. And that is what this feminine can trust and open up fully. So that true freedom is actually in the surrender. It's similarly as, the masculine looks for freedom and the feminine looks for connection. True connection is found in freedom, and true freedom is actually found in connection when you can be yourself fully with another. So letting go while also maintaining that clear vision, which sounds so counter, just intuitive. It sounds like a paradox, but that is the path to that freedom. That is the path to that liberation. So on this note, I thank you for watching, and I love that I'm actually making this video right now, because in the Powerful Self membership, we're just about to go into the quarterly planning, which is just about exactly that, creating that intention and also allowing the energy of play and flow and just that ease of where does the water want to go to come into the new quarter. And that's how creation, that the magic of creation can actually be experienced. So I am wishing you a powerful day, and until later.